Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Porch. I'm your host, Robert. Just got off Fight TV with Game Changer Wrestling GCW Texas Two Step. We had two shows, one Friday night, one Saturday night. We had So High on Friday night and then So Alive on Saturday night. So we're just going to run down these two cards, star ratings, a little bit about it. If you're new to Game Changer Wrestling, you've never watched it, it is known as the deathmatch wrestling. Not all their matches are death matches. In this card, there's only one true death match. There's some hardcore matches, but nothing beyond what you would see on other promotions. What they have done over the last, I've been watching them for 3 years now, Game Changer, is they've taken a little, it was basically the ECW of the 90s. And I think they've developed so much talent, brought so much independent talent in, they've had a chance to kind of expand their brand. We've had John Moxley as currently the Game Changer Wrestling World Champion. We had Matt Cardova come over and do some stuff. We've had Nick Gage on AEW, so it's like the world of Game Changers kind of spread out to the mainstream wrestling and brought wrestlers in. But they have a lot of great talent there as well. So the first show, So High, on Friday night. We had the first match was the Loco title. Loco is a little Houston promotion. Some of the wrestlers will wrestle not only in the Texas promotions, but in some of the independent promotions. We had champion Dante Leon versus Jack Cartwheel. Great little match. Both are kind of high flyers. Jack Cartwheel does a lot of cartwheels. But yeah, both these guys are more top rope, lucha libre style of wrestlers. Dante Leon ended up getting the victory there. I give it 3.25. Next up, we had one of Houston's own, Gino Medina. He's actually wrestles a lot with the Booker T promotion, Reality of Wrestling. He took on Allie Katch. Allie Katch is one of the few females in Game Changer Wrestling, but she is one of the best in the world at what she does. These two went at it. Great little match. Allie Katch ended up getting the victory. I give it 2.75. Allie Katch, being one of the few women in Game Changer Wrestling, she's used to wrestling men. Gina Medina, he's a third generation superstar out of Mexico. He has uber talent, but just for some reason, he hasn't got, at least in my eyes, over the next hump yet. He's done a little bit with MLW. He just hasn't made it on the big league level yet. And I think more he wrestles in Game Changer, the more he wrestles in MLW, he'll get there. He has the look, he has the ability, it seems like. He just can't get the character part over. Next up, we had Jimmy fucking Lloyd, one of the Deathmatch Kings versus Ninja Mack. Ninja Mack takes the lucha libre style of wrestling to the extreme. Bully Ray will say a lot on Busted Open Radio, do a move just to do a move isn't a good move. Ninja Mack will do too many, even for me, just too many flips. It's just too extreme of flips and doing this, that, and the other, and then actually just nailing certain high-flying moves. But good wrestler. The tale of two styles here with Jimmy Lloyd, big muscle, deathmatch kind of brawler versus this lucha libre style. Together they put on a pretty decent match. I was kind of surprised to see Ninja Mack get the victory. You don't see somebody that size typically pin somebody the size of Jimmy Lloyd. But I give it 3-star. Next up, we had a tag match. We had the Second Gear Crew, which is one of the factions in Game Changer Wrestling and other independent promotions. This time it was AJ Gray and Matthew Justice. Other parts of Second Gear Crew is Mance Warner. See who else. Effy's in there. Can't remember who else is in the faction. But AJ Gray and Matthew Justice, they're kind of the two primary tag team. They went against two local guys, Brian Keith and Mysterious Q. Both these guys wrestle at the New Texas Pro Wrestling. They wrestle for Reality of Wrestling, Booker T's promotion. This was a good little tag match. A little bit of plunder coming in. The Second Gear Crew will pull in tables and stuff like that. Get a little hardcore action going on. I ended up giving it a 3-star match. Second Gear Crew got the victory. We had a 6-way scramble match. Literally just 6 lucha libre style guys just going everywhere. We had Dominic Flamita. Used to tag with Bandido in the Indies, and he also wrestles in Ring of Honor. Gringo Loco, Lowrider, ASF, Chris Carter, and Dragon Kid. Dragon Kid looks like just like, or Drago Kid, excuse me, Drago Kid. So it looks just like Drago too. It's amazing. Yeah, it's a great little, it was a 6-man tag, excuse me, it was a 6-man. It was Flamita, Gringo Loco, Lowrider versus ASF, Chris Carter, and Drago Kid. Still, it's Lucha Libre rule, so tags weren't a thing. Just 6 guys going out and doing flips. I ended up giving it 3.5. The team of ASF, Chris Carter, and Drago Kid got the victory. Next up, we had Edis Kogar versus Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's only 16 years old. He is a young kid. Edis Kogar, part of 440, one of the huge heel factions in Game Changer, and some other indie promotions as well. The fans hate 440. They're actually really talented. Ricky Shane Page, Eric Ryan, Edis Kogar, Eddie Only. Can't remember, there's a 5th member. And I think they're over talented. I think it's hilarious people hate on him so bad. I mean, literally, and they're just like the anti-establishment. I mean, people try to high-five one of them, and they'll just walk. Literally, Atticus Kogar stood and stared at the guys, went. It's like, oh yeah, I love 440. But yeah, match was okay. I mean, Nick Wayne being so young, is this uber talent, but it's all the Lucha Libre style and kind of high and flying. Atticus Kogar in a death match, he's freaking crazy. This match was okay. I give it 2 3/4. Atticus Kogar got the victory. Next up, we had Tony Deppen versus Bandido. Bandido making his Game Changer debut. Bandido currently the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, also the PWG World Heavyweight Champion. Tony Deppen, former Ring of Honor Television Champion. He's part of Violence Unlimited, a faction in Ring of Honor, and where else? They've wrestled several different indie companies. Great match. Bandido getting the victory. I give it 3 1/4. With Ring of Honor taking a break, supposedly, So yeah, with Ring of Honor taking their break for 4 months, a lot of talent like Bandido, Tony Deppen, Chris Dickinson, Briscoes, those guys need to go somewhere. I think Game Changer is a good spot for them, because Game Changer is a growing company, and it's not all about the death matches. They have some other great matches. And then our main event of the So High show on Friday night was Sadika versus Effy. Sadika reminds me of a masked hardcore Nia Jax. About the size of Nia Jax, maybe a little shorter. But it's great. I mean, she had a death match against Nick freaking Gage that was like 3.5 stars. It was a legit cool death match. But yeah, this wrestler, she's a woman. She can go out and just hang with any guy. Her and Effy is this unique guy. He's unique, one of a kind. And this was a good match, good indie match. Effy got the victory, and they've given it 3.5. All right, night 2 started out with Joey Janela, the bad boy from AEW. He's a Game Changer original versus ASF. Great match. Joey Janela got the victory. I gave it 3 star. Flamita, Dominic Flamita, can't say all that, versus Tony Deppen. Tony Deppen's a little crazy. Flamita is just that heel. He was just like Bandido face, and he just ended up turning heel in the Ring of Honor, and just seeing the heel Flamita has been actually, I enjoy it. I think he's a great wrestler. I think the character being dressed all in red and heel, and literally just staring people down and flipping them off, it's just, just that blank stare, like right in your face. Yeah, it's a great match. Tony Deppen got the victory. I give it 3 1/4. Next up, we had supposed to have Edis Kogar and Jordan Oliver. This match turned into be a no contest. Kogar took it to Oliver. They end up not really having a match. I didn't even look up and see what the official part of this was. If it was officially a no contest, or let me see here. One of my sites that I go to for a lot of wrestling stuff is Cage Match. Yeah, this is officially no contest. Okay. Yeah, Kogar attacked Oliver. They've had a long history of craziness. And Kogar will come out with these like stick skewers things, stabbing them in people. And they were going out, I mean, they were legit trying to hurt each other, what it seemed like. They actually, I want to say, is that Blood of the Hills was doing this match? Oh my god. Their next show is on December 17th. It's called Blood on the Hills. It's in LA. First time I've seen the card. Yeah, we have a no ropes, barbed wire death match at his Kogar and Jordan Oliver. That'll be sick. We also have Bandido versus Blake Christian. Oh. The Briscoes versus Brodie King and PCO. That card is looking sick. Dark Sheik and Jacob Fatu. Yep. Whenever that shows up on Fight, I am definitely buying that show. Whew. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to get that. No death match between Jordan Oliver and Edis Kogar. Jordan Oliver, as he's grown in the sport, he's kind of, I wouldn't say totally like a Will Ospreay style, but he's kind of tall and lanky. He's building up muscle and everything like Will Ospreay did over the last few years. They keep calling him like the future and stuff. I think he is the future of pro wrestling. I think as the next 5 to 10 years goes on, Jordan Oliver will kind of be that guy that people look to as, hey, this is one of the best in the world. He could be a top 5, top 10 PWI guy. Next up, we have the return of Blake Christian to Game Changer Wrestling 30 days ago. So this show was on December 4th, so this show was yesterday. Exactly 30 days ago, November 4th. All the releases from NXT, Blake Christian was one of those. I mean, literally, he put it on Twitter. 30 days, Game Changer Wrestling, So Alive. So it was already booked. So that was pretty awesome. Going up against Jack Cartwheel. Again, too many of the just play moves just to kind of do a move. It's kind of like gets a little old. But these two guys just went out there and kind of did what they do. They both are high flyers. They both are that lucha libre style that I absolutely love. I give it 3.5. Blake Christian getting the victory. And just seeing that Blake Christian versus Bandido at the next show, that could be match of the year for Game Changer Wrestling. Also, check out Robert Sports Show on January 1st. I will have the best of Game Changer 2021. I've watched every show. I will get that best of. Looks like on New Year's Day, first 3 shows of the year. First show of the year will be New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom Preview. Second show of 2022 will be the 3rd anniversary show of AEW. The third, just like last year, will be the best of Game Changer Wrestling. Game Changer is a show on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So yeah, and I'll try to get a review of that New Year's Day show up. Same way with Day 1 from WWE on New Year's Day. So a lot of pro wrestling as the new year starts. Right now, for 2021, as of this moment in time, not including this show, I'm at 7,700 matches watched. So I definitely ended well over 8,000 matches in 2021. So it's been just an amazing year in pro wrestling. So when I do a best of, 8,000 plus matches will be at the end of the day. Right now we're at 7,700 or so. So after the Blake Christian match, we had an intergender tag match. We have Deathmatch King Alex Colon, and I say that he's won 3 years in a row. He's won the Nick Gage couple deathmatch tournaments. He's teaming up with Sadika against the Second Gear Crew, AJ Gray, Matthew Justice. Again, this match wasn't a death match, but it took on some of the took on some stuff from a death match, tables and stuff like that, light tubes and what. Or no, I think more tables and doors. Second Gear Crew got the victory, their second victory in 2 days, 3-star match on both of them. Then when we had our 6-way scramble match, we had Deranged, Gringo Loco, Sam Stackhouse, Fuego del Sol out of AEW, Drago Kid, and Nick Wayne. Again, 6 Lucha Libre guys out there just flying around. Fuego del Sol got the victory, and they've given it 3.5. Next up, we had the Game Changer World Tag Titles on the line. We had champion the Briscoes. Yes, Mark and Jay Briscoe of Ring of Honor versus Dante Leon and Ninja Mack. Oh boy. Just again, when you have two vastly different styles, you have the in your face brawling style of the Briscoes versus just the high flying and flippy style of Dante Leon and Ninja Mack. Watching Ninja Mack do his backflips through the ring and just have Mark Briscoe catch him and suplex him and stuff like that just made this match very intriguing to watch. I ended up giving it 3 1/4. The Briscoes got the victory. Now they go on to the next show and they face Pco and Brodie King. That's going to be a match from. It's a Ring of Honor match and Game Changer Wrestling for the Game Changer tag titles. Again, Game Changer is the place to be. You know, obviously WWE, we all know that's the top. We know that New Japan's right there, AEW's right there, Impact, Game Changer. Those are kind of the places to be on the indie circuit. That's why 2022 on the independent wrestling is going to be best year ever. You have all these people that have been with WWE, got released. Their 90 days or 30 days are coming up. They got nowhere to go. I mean, AEW's roster is full. You got Ring of Honors, people going places. So yeah, I mean, not that the independent wrestling scene hasn't exploded already. In 2022, it's going to explode more. I can't wait. And see what we can do in Game Changer. I mean, the shows are on FITE. They're easy to watch, easy to find. They're on multiple places where you can watch FITE TV. And then the next match, 7-man match, we had Thunder Rosa. Yes, that Thunder Rosa from NWA and AEW versus Allie Katch. Two of the top wrestlers in the world. Not just female wrestlers in the world. They went out and, honestly, to me, this was the match of the Tuesday show. And I say that because it wasn't a death match. It wasn't kind of relaxed rules. This was a true wrestling match that you would see on AEW, on Impact. Thunder Rosa is a hell of a wrestler. She made Allie Katch tap out. I give it 3 3/4. I mean, was it a 3.5 match? And I'm just overrating it because I thought it was that good. Yeah, probably. But whatever, you know. That is my opinion. That is how I feel about this shit match. And then the main event was a death match. John Wayne Murdoch, his first time back in Game Changer Ring since June of 2019. He has been wrestling for ICW, No Holds Barred, and some other deathmatch companies. As Game Changer is on the way up, it seems like, and people are talking about it more, he wanted to come back. He had a death match versus Jimmy Lloyd, one of the kings of the death matches. Honestly, this was a kind of a letdown death match to me. Yeah, you just heard that right. And I see a letdown death match because some of the matches you'll see doors, light tubes. You will see the little, I don't know what they're actually called. They're like metal things, these like scraper things. You'll see panes of glass. You'll see stuff like that. This match had a couple doors and had a lot of light tubes and some of those metal things. No glass. I'm like, okay. I'd have to run through the spreadsheet and see what the best death match was of 2021, but I'll definitely do that on the best of Game Changer. Kind of break it down with that style. But yeah, I give it 3 1/4. John Wayne Murdoch got the victory. Of course, after the match, he talks about what a great deathmatch wrestler he was. How he was the best deathmatch wrestler. There's a guy named Alex Colon that's won a couple tournaments this year that would kind of argue with that. He came out, or his tag partner Sadika came out and distracted, and then Alex Colon came out through the crowd, and let's see, yeah. So Alex Colon won the Nick Gage Invitational 6 this year deathmatch tournament. There was another tournament he won. He won like 3 years in a row. Can't remember what it was. Oh, Tournament of Survival 666. That's right. Earlier in the year, he's won it 3 years in a row, which that's one of the elite deathmatch tournaments. So yeah, he's also the Ultra Violence champion for Game Changer Wrestling, Alex Colon. So yeah, he is a deathmatch king. So it looks like we're gonna get that match coming up. So yeah, some There's what, 4 shows left this year for Game Changer? And the year's almost over. It's crazy. You can also go on their YouTube page and you can see some shows they've had, some of their sister promotions. One of those is the new one. What is that called? LA Fights. And then they brought back Jersey Championship Wrestling, which is kind of like their developmental. It was actually what Game Changer was initially called. And so the rest of this year we have on the 12/17 we have Blood on the Hill in LA. And then on 12/31 we have the Atlantic City till Infinity. And then we have Game Changer Die for This on New Year's Day. Now, let's see here. The Jersey Championship Wrestling, the Fight Before Christmas, that'll be on Game Changer's YouTube channel. So will the LA Fights Volume 1 from 11/28, which I still need to watch. So yeah, I mean, there's a ton of content. Game Changers done in 2021. They've also had, back in March, they had the Fight Forever show. That was like a 24-hour show. Yeah, I didn't watch it all live, but yeah, it was 24 hours of Game Changer Wrestling. It had a 2-hour Iron Man match. It was an hour and 20 minutes. It was Jordan Oliver versus Tony Deppen for the Synergy World Championship. An hour and 20-minute match. 7 falls to 6. That was a crazy match. But yeah, so that's Game Changer Wrestling. Texas Two-Step, So High, So Alive. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.